Hello, I'm Fiona Scott, and last year I turned 60, and I wondered what all the fuss was about with people saying that there's nothing in being 60, you won't like 60. My clients and friends telling me all these bad things about being 60, I were invisible, etc., etc., etc. And so I just thought, well, I'll find out. I'll see what it's about. So I googled it as you do, and came up with a few sites on 60 plus or and fashion. So quite a few things on fashion which were helpful. Well, not that helpful actually. Makeup, lots of sites on makeup, and the tips actually are good. One drawback, they're being applied to us by 20 somethings, size 8 figures, with perfect skin and eyebrows to die for, forgetting one thing when they're showing us how to put eye makeup on. We can't actually see. I don't know about you, but I wear glasses, and if I've got my glasses on, I can't actually get to the eye. If I take them off, I can't actually see. And it's not easy to draw a straight line on yourself, is it? Especially when the skin is a little bit crepey. So I thought we could talk about that in some of these get-togethers, if you'd like to. So that was the makeup, and that was the fashion. But I didn't actually find anything that talked about how we feel, how we are as women being 60, and any helpful advice we could get there. So I thought, I'm quite an experienced woman myself, as I'm sure you are at our age. Women at our age, we have done quite a lot of things. We haven't got here without experience and humour, have we really? So I think we forget just that we are actually amazing people. I've done what most women our age do. I think we're the hardest working age group that's ever been. Most of us have children, some at home still, or in between divorces, or coming back from universities, so that we're still caring for. We have elderly parents. I have a dad in his mid-80s, and he's super, but I still need to be there. I still need to do the caring thing. And also I have a home to run, and I work. I have a business. It's a small business, so I'm not going to get carried away with that. But I have to juggle all these things, and there's very little to tell us how to feel. It's quite hard work, really. Yet we do all these things, and we manage, and we have fun, and then we're letting society put us down. I think it's wrong. So I'd like to see if we can help each other out and do some good together. By this time of life, most of us have been, well, I certainly have been a daughter, obviously, a wife, twice, kind of snuck another one in there, and I've gone through divorce, separation, divorce, loneliness. I've been lonely. Saturday night, sat at home on the sofa, don't like to intrude on my friends' time. They're married with partners, etc. So I do know how that feels. And then obviously deciding, well, I don't want to be on my own. So what do I do now? Then I need to meet somebody. So how do I do that? So I've done that. I've done the dating site thing. Yeah, dating sites. Interesting. However, I would encourage people to try that. I can help you with that. I've done quite a lot of that, and I've enjoyed a lot of it as well. I've met some lovely people. It all depends on what you put on your profile. And when my clients have brought profiles to me, just to have a look at, because they know I've done it, I have been quite surprised at how poor they are, and how little they actually say, and how women are not very picky. So we could talk about that. That leads to a first date. What do you wear on a first date? Where'd you go? Safety issues, what do you talk about? Hopefully that leads to a second date, a third date, fourth date, etc. And if it does, then of course comes the intimate part of life. And if you've been in a long marriage, or you've been out the dating scene for quite a while, that's not that easy really, is it? Becoming intimate again with somebody at our age, how do you feel? You worry what you look like. You worry how you're going to go on. What do you do? How does it all go? How does it all happen? How are you going to feel? And so if you want help and advice with that, can do that as well. Lots of things we can talk about. Yes, we can do hair and makeup. It's been my business after all. So particularly skin. So if you want any advice on that, I can do that. But it isn't I'm not really talking to you just for that. It's about the whole thing. The whole thing of being women at 60. About going into shops and knowing what to ask for. About building a friend group. About being with people who make you feel good. So we can, we've learnt to laugh at our mistakes. And believe me, I have made so many mistakes. Mistakes with family, yeah, absolutely, sure. Sure, I've made loads. I wish I could turn the clock back, but you can't. So you've got to look at it, learn, and obviously have some humour and forgive yourself. And talking about turning the clock back, you can't. Can't turn the clock back in experiences, and you can't turn the clock back with age. In the words of a very wise woman, Esther Hicks, we are where we are. And I know it sounds a little bit twee when people say that. We are where we are, I am where I am. But it is true. I am where I am. I'm a woman in my 60s. I can't go back to being in my 50s. I can't even be 59, 11 months and 30 days, or 29 days, which is a short month. So I can't do any of that. I don't want to go back to being 30. I'm actually quite happy as I am now. So you have two choices. We are where we are. You can either rail against it and be unhappy, etc., etc., or you can go forward with it. We're great fun. When I get together with my clients or a group of friends, the stories they have to tell are so funny about their partners, husbands, about the kids, about the dating stories. They're hilarious, believe me. They are funny. So we've all this great time ahead of us. We talk about fashion as well. We can do that too. There's no need to pigeonhole yourself. There's no need to fall into a category because somebody 20 years younger than you tells you how you should look, how you should have your hair, what clothes to wear, what height of heel. We're intelligent women. We're fun women. We've done lots of things, and we don't need to be told what to do. But maybe we can offer each other some support. And that's one of the reasons I started this, and obviously today. And I thought about it for months and months and kept thinking, well, who am I to say? But when I looked, there was nobody else. And women like us, particularly if we're going to talk about dating and intimacy, who do we talk to? Can't talk to our children because they're disgusted. We can't talk to our peer group because it's kind of a closed book, isn't it? Can't talk to parents because we don't all have them around anymore, and even if we did, I don't think my mother would be quite up on it, to be honest. So perhaps we can talk to each other and perhaps we can help each other with things. And maybe we can do a different subject every week. I am going to try and do one of these every Wednesday because that's my day off. So if you want to join me, it's FionaScott.loves60. And set an email for that. Maybe you can contribute and face page, and we'll see how we go on. So I'm sure you've got some good ideas. I'm sure we can advise each other. I think I've got quite a bit of advice and experience, as you have as well. And hopefully we'll just start something different where we won't be told what to do, and we're going to learn to enjoy ourselves and go forward. It is exciting after all. This is the last third or quarter of our lives. I'm not being miserable here. It's actually a fact. We're in the last third or quarter of our lives, and it's up to us to make that good. We've done everything for everybody else, haven't we? Parents, children, co-workers, bosses, whatever, partners. And if you don't do something in this last section of your life, you might just regret it, because maybe we could make this all about us, because we are important, and we're wonderful people. So I'll leave it at that just now because I'm going to go shopping with my sister, and hopefully get back to you next Wednesday. Hope you've enjoyed it, and hope to speak to you soon. Bye.